So today, we're going to do something really cool. We're deconstructing a super dense piece of science fiction by peeling back its layers. First, we'll look at the story itself, then its music, and finally, the actual blueprint it was built on. Let's just dive right in.
Okay, so put yourself in the captain's shoes. This is the very first thing you hear. You've got this urgent, high-stakes report coming in. The tone is set like immediately. We are in the middle of a massive crisis. But what kind of crisis is it really?
All right, so we kick things off with what looks like a classic military sci-fi setup, right? There's a rebellion happening, and we're dropped right onto the front lines with this urgent report from the battlefield. And the initial report is incredibly specific. Get this, there's a rebel offensive, they've already captured a whole sector, and, this is the big one, 20 of your own recon units are trapped in a stasis field. A rescue is being planned, commanders are on standby, everything is pointing to a really desperate situation that needs action, like yesterday. But just as we're getting comfortable with this whole crisis scenario, the story just yanks the curtain back. This next part is all about the deception, and it reveals that everything we think we know, yeah, that's not the whole story. Not even close. And this really gets to the heart of what the captain's been wrestling with. I mean, the report points to a threat out there, but the captain's response kind of suggests the real danger is much, much closer to home. Is the real enemy already inside? And boom, this is where we see the captain's genius plan unfold. On the one hand, you have what the traitor believes is happening, a huge rebel attack, real targets at risk. But the reality? It's all an internal sting operation. The targets are fake, there's only one recon unit involved, and that secure channel, it's being broadcast for absolutely everyone to hear. It's just a masterclass in manipulation. You know, this isn't just some clever idea the author made up. Nope, this is straight out of a real-world playbook. It's called MILDEC, or military deception, and the story even spells out the techniques being used: target spoofing, mimicking signals, using decoys. The captain is literally using the enemy's own tactics against the mole in their ranks. This right here, this is the checkmate. After revealing the entire deception and locking down everyone's systems, the captain issues this one simple command that you just can't escape. There's no fight, no running away. The traitor is literally forced to press the button on their own capture. It's such a chillingly brilliant way to spring the trap. Okay, but the story doesn't just stop there, because it's also a song. And the lyrics aren't just there for flavor. They directly mirror the events of the story and the captain's whole strategy. I mean, check this out. These lyrics are a direct callback to that MILDEC strategy we were just talking about. The song itself is basically taunting the traitor, laying out the entire deception for everyone to hear. The false targets and fake orders are pulled straight from the captain's playbook. And then you get these lines, which just perfectly capture the captain's absolute confidence. It's basically a declaration of total control, saying, hey, every single move you made, I saw it coming, it was predictable, and you were completely powerless. The captain has seen it all before. Even the chorus is pulling double duty here. It works like a set of military commands. It's not just a catchy hook. It's this rhythmic, tactical chant. You hear commands like echelon left and rear guard hold tight, and it totally transforms the song into a battle anthem, hammering home the story's strategic core. So for this last section, we're going to peel back one final layer. We've seen the story, we've heard the song, but now let's look at the actual blueprint, the rules and the tools that were used to build this entire thing. Now, this might look a little technical, but I promise it's fascinating. The creator didn't just write lyrics, they built them inside a really strict set of rules. You can see here, each section has a specific number of lines and a very precise syllable count. It's this rigid structure, a lot like the captain's meticulous plan, that actually provides the foundation for all the creative stuff in the song. And here are the tools of the trade. It's a whole digital ecosystem, really. From brainstorming content with stuff like Notebook LM, all the way to audio production using an AI song generator. This is a cool peek into the modern digital workshop you need to bring a project like this to life from absolute scratch. So think about it. We started with just a single line of dialogue, and from there, it spun out into this complex story of deception. It got translated into a song with tactical lyrics, and the whole thing was built on this really precise structural and digital foundation. Every single layer had its own blueprint. And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to chew on. When you get to see the rules, the tools, and the structure behind the art, does it make the story even more impressive, or does pulling back the curtain like that kind of break the magic of the whole illusion? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us.